Hello everyone. Today we are going to start business behavior part number 2. After this lesson, students should be able to understand types of businesses and how it's grow, as well as students should be able to explain the current situation in the market. In this lesson, we are going to talk about small and medium enterprises. SMEs. SMEs are the number of employees or revenue they have. The usual definition of small and medium enterprises is any business with fewer than 250 employees. Okay, do you have any idea about UK? There were 5.7 million SMEs in the UK in 2018, which was over 99% of the all businesses. But the UK government seeks to support and expand the number of small businesses operating. SMEs have a number of potential advantages. As well as SMEs are encouraged into market by the government as they create competition for incumbent firms which can help to lower prices or improve quality of the output. How business grow? Firms may grow in size in two ways, by organic growth and by external growth. Organic growth means a firm increasing its size through invest in capital equipment or an increased labor force. Organic or internal growth involves expansion from with a business. For example, by expanding the product range or number of business units and location. As well as organic growth builds on the business own capabilities and resources. For most businesses, this is the only expansion method used. Actually, organic growth involves strategies such as developing new products range and launching existing products or opening new business locations or new investments. As well as we are talking about external growth also in next slide. Okay, in here we are going to talk about horizontal integration. A joining together of two or more firms in the same industry at the same stage of production. It means where a person expand into a field of selling that is similar to the one they are already in, getting rid of the competition, so to speak. Okay, advantages of horizontal integrations are the internal economics of scale is going to encourage because lower long run average cost and it is effective increase profit rate and competitiveness. As well as one large merged firms, they need only very few workers, managers and premises. As well as they have synergies. Okay, what is meant by synergies? It means when two or more activities or firms put together can lead to greater outcomes than the sum of the individual parts. As well as creates wider range of output also. It means opportunities for economics of scope. Next advantage is reduce competition by removing industry rivals. It means market share and price power is going to increase. The best example for the horizontal integration is McDonald's and Burger. If McDonald's wants to buy out Burger King. Vertical integration. A joining together into one firm of two or more firms at different production stages in the same industry. Okay, it means that vertical integration is a strategy whereby a company owns or controls its suppliers, distributors or retail locations to control its value or supply chain, as well as the benefits companies by allowing them to control the process, reduce cost and improve efficiencies. However, vertical integration has its disadvantages, including the significant amount of capital investments required. The best example for the vertical integration is Netflix. Netflix is a prime example of vertical integration whereby the company started as a DVD rental company supplying film and TV content. The company's executive management realized they could generate more revenue by shifting to original content creation. Today, Netflix uses its distribution model to promote their original content alongside film for major studios. Under vertical integration, we are talking about backward vertical integration and forward vertical integration. Backward vertical integration involves a purchase by one of its suppliers, such as a drinking manufacturer buying a bottling manufacturer or a car manufacturer buying a tire company. So, forward vertical integration involves a supplier merging with one of its buyers, such as a car manufacturer buying a car dealerships or a confectionery manufacturer buying candy or sweet shop. So, in here we are talking about very famous examples. Examples of forward integration is Disney. Disney has pursued forward vertical integration by operating more than 300 retail stores that sell merchandise based on Disney's character and movies. This allows Disney to capture profits that would otherwise be enjoyed by the stores. And example for backward integration is Ford. Ford Motor Company creates subsidiaries that provided key input to vehicle such as rubber, glass and metal. This approach ensured that Ford would not be hurt by suppliers holding out for higher prices or providing materials of inferior quality. In this slide, we are going to talk about types of vertical integration strategies. Okay, as we have seen, vertical integration integrates a company with the unit supplying raw materials to it for what? Backward integration, or with the distribution channels that carry its product to the end consumers, forward integration. Okay, for example, think about a supermarket, right? A supermarket may acquire control of farmers to ensure supply of fresh vegetables. So it's going under backward integration. Or may buy vehicles to smoothen the contribution of its product, going under forward integration. And think about a car manufacturing company. So, a car manufacturer may acquire tire and electrical component factories. So, it's going under backward integration. Or open its own showroom to sell its vehicle models or provide after-sales services. So, that one's going under forward integration. Okay, next topic is conglomerate integration. A joining together into one firm of two or more firms producing unrelated products. In here it's highlighting unrelated products. It means it consists of two companies that have nothing in common. Their businesses do not overlap, not are the competitors of one another. However, they do believe that there are benefits in joining them firm. Okay, so now we are going to talk about advantages. First one is reduced risk. It means buying another firm operating in a completely different market means that a firm is not so dependent on the ups and downs of one market, as well as easier to expand, because a conglomerate may to find it's easier to expand to a situation when the company's operations are independent. Size give a conglomerate more options to obtain finance to expand the business. Another one is asset stripping, because some companies specialize in buying other companies which they see as have more valuable individual assets. In here, the best example for the conglomerate merger is Walt Disney Company and the American Broadcast Company. Constraints on business growth. There are a number of different constraints on business growth, including the following. First one is size of market. Markets vary in size. Some local markets are very small. Take an example of flower shop in a large village. So, in the local market may be able to support the business adequately with customer coming from surrounding village. But the expanding the business, for example, by opening new shop in next village may fail because there are not enough customers in the market in the two villages. Next one is access to finance. Expanding firms need to access finance. Most firms expand by business the profit they have made previous years and putting this back into the business. However, firms also commonly use loans and overdraft from bank to finance their expansion. But for medium-sized and large firms, they may be able to obtain equity funding. In a limited company, low shares are sold to investors. If the company is a public limited company, second-hand shares could be bought on a stock exchange like Abu Dhabi Security Exchange. And next one is government regulations. Most firms are able to expand their businesses without any interference from government. However, government regulations can be important factors in a few cases. For example, European Union merger regulation prohibits merger and takeover, which would inefficiently reduce competition in the European Union single market. In this slide, we are going to talk about reasons some firms tend to remain small and other grow. Okay, first one is a larger company may be able to exploit economies of scale more fully, because the merger of two medium-sized car manufacturers is likely to result in potential economics of scale in all fields from production to marketing to finance. Vertical and conglomerate mergers are less likely to yield economics of scale because there are unlikely to be any technical economies. So there may be some marketing economies and more likely there may be some financial economies. Next one is a large company able to control market, because it may be reduce competition in the marketplace in order to be better able to exploit the market as its price setting power is increased. Next one is a larger company may be able to reduce risk. Actually, many conglomerate companies have grown for this reason. Some markets are unreliable. They are subject to large changes in demand when economy is going to boom or recession. Next one is a divorce of ownership from control. A larger company may justify higher salaries and bonus to director and managers. Since it is directors and managers who run the firm, they can take decisions about the size that will benefit them but not necessarily bringing any benefits to shareholders. Okay, in here we are going to talk about impact of growth of firms on business, workers and consumers. Okay, firstly, business. Actually, business will benefit from a merger if economies of scale lead to greater efficiency. If firms are able to cut cost or develop new and innovative product, their profit should rise. Greater efficiency will also enable firms to survive greater competition in their market. Next one is workers. Workers may benefit or lose out following a merger because some workers may gain promotion in the new large firm while others might lose their jobs. For example, if only one senior financial director is required in the new firm, the financial director from the first firm may be promoted while the financial director from the firm that has been taken over is made redundant or moved to another job. So, if the new large business is more successful, then higher wages may be paid. And next one is consumers. Consumers may benefit or lose out following a merger. They will gain if the merged firm become more efficient, cut cost and offer lower cost. In this slide, we are going to talk about demergers. A demergers occur when a firm splits itself into two or more separate parts to create two or more firms. The new firms may be of roughly equal size. Sometimes true, the term is used to describe the sale of small part of a business to another business. Okay, demergers occurs for a variety of reasons. First one, lack of synergies. Management may feel that there are no synergies between the part of the firms. This means that one part of the firm is having no impact on the more efficient and profitable running of the other part of the firm. Next one is value. The price of the demerged firm might be higher than the price of the single large firm. Next one is focused company. In here, there is a very interesting example, that's a Costa. The owner of the Costa company is deciding to expand their business and he joined with the Coca-Cola company. So, after that the press release says that is significant majority of net cash processed intended to be returned to shareholders and the business will also use some proceeds of the sale of reduced debt and make a contribution to the pension fund, which will both provide space for further expansion of Premier Inn in the UK and Germany. For Coca-Cola, the acquisitions give is a coffee brand with a global footprint. Costa operate in 31 markets with a total of 3,821 stores. What a price on a new brand name, Coca Coffee. In this slide, we are going to talk about impact of demergers. Demergers can have an impact on business, workers and consumers. Business will benefit from a demerger if the increased specialization that result lead to greater efficiency. If firms are able to cut cost or develop new and innovative product, their profit should rise. Greater efficiency will also enable firms to survive greater competition in their market. Next one is worker. Actually, workers may benefit or lose out following a merger because Senior managers may gain promotions. For example, one firm only need one senior financial director. If it's split into two, each firm will need its with senior financial director. On the other hand, some markets may lose their job following a demerger. Next one is consumer. Consumer benefit or lose out following a demerger. They will gain if the demerged firms become more efficient, cut costs and offer lower prices. They could also gain if the demerged firm invest more and develop new and innovative product. Okay kids, now you can start some past paper questions. Activity 4 is going to start essay type questions. In the exam section C part, you have to write 2 essay type questions. So, next slide we will discuss how to write proper essay type answers. For the 20 marks questions, we have to write knowledge, application, analysis in balanced way because they are giving 12 marks for that. It means first we have to write the definitions, after that we have to discuss with the case study and we have to analyze that. It means we have to give the evidence. But in here, the evaluation part is the main part in these questions. It means we have to write the impact in this case. It means we have to evaluate, recognize different viewpoints and OET is critical of the evidence. It means we have to write the judgments and appropriate reference to evidence, and evaluation is supported by a logical chain of reasoning like that. Thank you for the listen.